The last line of defense. Captain Alina Chen stood alone on the observation deck of the Horizon, Earth's most advanced warship. Through the reinforced viewport, stars stretched into infinity, cold and distant witnesses to humanity's fragile expansion into the cosmos. The Horizon hummed with energy beneath her feet, a ship unlike any other in the fleet. 5 years of secret development, countless sleepless nights, and the combined brilliance of Earth's best minds had created this vessel, a prototype that Command hoped would never need to prove its worth in actual combat. Captain, the ship's AI intoned softly, Lieutenant Santos requests your presence on the bridge. Chen turned from the viewport. Tell him I'm on my way. The corridors of the Horizon gleamed with the newness of the vessel that had completed its shakedown cruise just 3 weeks prior. As Chen walked briskly toward the bridge, crew members stepped aside with respectful nods. At 42, she was younger than most captains of her rank, but her reputation preceded her. Veterans of the Mars insurrection still spoke of how she had saved an entire colony with tactical brilliance and uncommon courage. The bridge doors slid open silently. Lieutenant Santos, her XO, stood rigidly at attention beside the sensor station. Report, Chen said, moving directly to the command chair. We've detected something unusual at the edge of the Kuiper belt, Captain, Santos replied. An energy signature like nothing we've seen before. Chief Science Officer Imani Okoro looked up from her station, dark eyes intense beneath her close-cropped silver hair. It's not registering on any known spectrum, Captain, but whatever it is, it's massive. Show me, Chen ordered. The main view screen flickered to life, displaying a spatial readout of the outer solar system. At first, Chen saw nothing unusual, but then Okoro enhanced the image, applying filters to reveal what human eyes couldn't naturally perceive. There at the edge of their system, a vast energy pattern pulsed and shifted like a living organism. How big is it? Chen asked, fighting to keep her voice steady. Based on energy dispersal, Okoro replied, we're looking at something approximately the size of Earth's moon. But it's moving, advancing toward our system at sublight speed. A natural phenomenon, Chen suggested, though she already knew the answer. No natural phenomenon moves with that kind of purpose, Captain, Okoro said, and I'm detecting structures within the energy field. Hundreds of them, maybe thousands. The reality settled over the bridge like a physical weight. First contact. After centuries of speculation, humanity was about to meet an alien intelligence. Open a channel to Earth Command, Chen ordered. Priority Alpha. Within minutes, Admiral Takahashi's weathered face appeared on screen. The head of Earth Defense Force listened in silence as Chen reported their findings. Horizon is the only ship we have anywhere near that sector, Takahashi said finally. Our nearest battle group is 3 weeks out. You'll need to make first contact. With respect, Admiral, Chen replied. This is a research vessel with experimental weapons, if their intentions are hostile. Those experimental weapons make the Horizon the most advanced ship in our fleet, Captain, Takahashi interrupted. And right now, you're all that stands between Earth and whatever's coming our way. After the transmission ended, Chen ordered the Horizon to approach the mysterious energy field cautiously. As they drew closer, the sensors revealed the truth. Not a single massive entity, but thousands of ships moving in perfect, synchronized formation. My God, Santos whispered. It's an Armada. Communications Officer Layla Nash suddenly straightened at her station. Captain, I'm receiving a transmission. It's coming from the alien fleet. Put it through, Chen ordered. A harsh, mechanical voice filled the bridge, speaking in perfect, unaccented English, a fact that sent a chill down Chen's spine. How long had they been watching humanity to learn their languages? Attention primitive species designation. Humans. We are the collective. Your biological and technological distinctiveness has been evaluated and found to be a threat to galactic harmony. Prepare for containment or elimination. The message repeated once, Then silence fell over the bridge. "They've scanned our communications," Chen said quietly. "They know our languages, our location, probably everything about us." "How do we respond?" Nash asked. Before Chen could answer, Tactical Officer Riza Delir called out from his station. "Captain, energy surge from the alien fleet. They're deploying smaller vessels." On the view screen, hundreds of sleek, silver craft detached from the main Armada, accelerating toward the outer colonies on Titan and Europa. "They're not waiting for our response," Chen realized. "This isn't first contact. It's an invasion." Within hours, reports flooded in from the outer colonies. The alien ships moved with impossible precision, striking critical infrastructure with surgical accuracy. Civilian casualties were mounting rapidly. "We need to do something," Santos urged, his fists clenched at his sides. Chen studied the tactical display. The horizon was advanced, but it was still one ship against thousands. A direct confrontation would be suicide. "Chief Engineer Rivera," Chen called over the comm. "What can you tell me about the alien ships?" Rivera's voice came through, tight with concentration. "They're like nothing I've ever seen, Captain. But there's something strange about their movement patterns. They're too perfect. No human fleet could maintain formations that precise without constant communication." Chen leaned forward. "What kind of communication?" "That's just it," Rivera replied. "I'm not detecting any normal communication signals between ships. Instead, there's some kind of quantum entanglement signature. It's like they're all connected, moving as one organism rather than individual vessels. A collective." The name they had given themselves suddenly made sense. Not just an alliance or empire, a single consciousness spread across thousands of ships. Could that be their weakness? Chen wondered aloud. Okoro looked up sharply. The quantum phase disruptor. All eyes on the bridge turned to her. "The experimental weapons system," Okoro continued. "It was designed to break quantum entanglement fields. If these aliens are using quantum entanglement to communicate, we could disrupt their network," Chen finished. "Cut them off from each other." "It's never been tested in combat," Santos warned. "We're out of options," Chen replied. "Plot an intercept course for the nearest attack group. We'll test it on a smaller target first." The horizon accelerated toward the outer colonies, its advanced engines pushing to maximum capacity. As they approached Titan, they witnessed the devastation for. As if in response to her words, the ship's sensors lit up with new warnings. The main alien fleet had changed course. They were no longer heading toward Earth. "They're coming straight for us," Delir said quietly. Chen stared at the tactical display, watching as thousands of alien vessels adjusted their trajectory, abandoning their attack on the colonies to focus entirely on the horizon. "They recognize the threat," she said. "We've got their attention." "Captain," Santos began, "we should retreat, warn Earth." "No," Chen interrupted. "If we run, they'll follow us back to Earth. If we stay and fight, we can draw them away. Give our people time to prepare." She looked around the bridge at her crew. The best Earth had to offer, aboard the most advanced ship humans had ever built. Against impossible odds, they had found a weakness in an overwhelming enemy. "The horizon was built for this moment," she continued. "We may be outnumbered, but we have something they don't understand: human unpredictability. They move as one mind, thinking the same thoughts. But we think differently. We adapt. We survive." Chen turned back to the view screen, where the approaching Armada now filled the entire display. "And sometimes," she added quietly, "one ship is all you need to change the course of history." As the alien fleet closed in, Captain Alina Chen prepared to make her stand. One human ship against an alien Armada, in a battle that would determine the fate of humanity and change the galaxy forever. Turning the tide. The horizon shuddered as another energy blast struck its shields. Warning alarms blared across the bridge as Captain Chen gripped her command chair. "Shields at 38%, Lieutenant Delir reported from the tactical station, his voice remarkably steady despite the chaos. They had been fighting for nearly 6 hours, using the Horizon's superior maneuverability to stay ahead of the main alien fleet while striking at its edges. The phase disruptor had proven effective, temporarily severing the quantum connections between alien vessels, but as Chief Science Officer Okoro had predicted, the collective was adapting. "They're learning," Okoro said, analyzing the sensor data. "Each time we use the disruptor, its effectiveness diminishes. They're developing countermeasures." Chen studied the tactical display. The Horizon had managed to disable dozens of alien ships, but thousands more remained, and Earth was still vulnerable. Drawing the collective away from their homeworld had bought them time, but not enough. "We need to strike at their command center," Chen decided. "Cut off the head of the snake." Santos looked up sharply. "We don't even know if they have a command center. They could all be equal nodes in the network." "No," Okoro interjected. "I've been analyzing their movement patterns. There's a central ship there." She pointed to a vessel near the heart of the alien formation, larger than the others and surrounded by heavy defenses. "Energy flows outward from that vessel to the others. It's not just part of their network, it's the hub." "Then that's our target," Chen said. "But we'll never get close enough with conventional tactics." Chief Engineer Rivera's voice came over the comm. "Captain, I might have a solution." The phase disruptor wasn't designed just to break connections. It was originally conceived as a stealth technology. Chen leaned forward. "Go on." "If we invert the field," Rivera explained, "we could theoretically mask our quantum signature, become invisible to their network. They'd still see us on conventional sensors, but their hive mind wouldn't register our presence." "How long would it last?" Chen asked. "Minutes at most, and we'd have to divert all power from weapons and shields. We'd be completely vulnerable." Chen considered their options, which were rapidly dwindling. The Horizon couldn't win a prolonged battle, and Earth's reinforcements were still days away. "Do it," she ordered. "Lieutenant Volkov, plot a course straight through their formation. Aim for that command ship." Volkov, normally unflappable, hesitated. "Captain, that would be threading a needle while dodging bullets." "Can you do it?" Chen asked simply. Volkov straightened in her seat. "Yes, Captain." "All hands, prepare for extreme maneuvers," Chen announced shipwide. "Engineering, begin inversion of the phase disruptor field." The crew worked with practiced efficiency, preparing the ship for what might well be a suicide mission. Santos moved to Chen's side, speaking quietly. "Captain, I should note for the record that this exceeds our mission parameters." Chen met his gaze. "Duly noted, Lieutenant. Would you prefer I ordered a retreat?" Santos glanced at the tactical display, where the alien Armada stretched across space like a vast metal ocean. "No, Captain. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were doing." "I'm making it up as I go," Chen admitted with a grim smile. Humanity's specialty. Minutes later, Rivera reported that the inverted phase field was ready. Chen ordered all power diverted to the field and engines. Throughout the ship, lights dimmed as non-essential systems shut down. "Field active," Rivera reported. "We're quantum invisible for approximately 7 minutes." "That's our window," Chen said. "Lieutenant Volkov, take us in." Full burn. The Horizon accelerated toward the heart of the alien fleet, its engines straining against the laws of physics. On the view screen, the endless array of alien vessels grew larger, their perfect formation suddenly seeming more like an obstacle course than a tactical arrangement. "They see us," Delir reported tensely. "Conventional sensors are tracking us, but their response is disorganized. They're not coordinating." As the Horizon weaved through the alien formation, Chen watched in fascination as enemy vessels reacted individually rather than collectively. Some fired weapons that went wide, others attempted to intercept but moved too slowly. 3 minutes of field stability remaining, Rivera warned. "Distance to target?" Chen asked. 30 seconds at current speed, Volkov replied, her hands dancing across the controls as she guided the ship through impossibly narrow gaps between alien vessels. The command ship loomed ahead, its silver-blue hull pulsing with energy that spread outward to the surrounding fleet. Up close, it was even larger than it had appeared on sensors, easily 3 times the size of the horizon. 2 minutes remaining, Rivera called out. We need to get the disruptor directly against their hull, Okoro said. Maximum effect. Chen nodded. Lieutenant Volkov, collision course. Captain. Volkov questioned, her hands momentarily freezing over the controls. Not a suicide run, Chen clarified. I want you to scrape us along their hull, as close as possible without actually destroying us both. Understanding dawned on Volkov's face. Aye, Captain. Hold on to something. The horizon rocketed toward the command ship, adjusting trajectory at the last possible second to bring it within meters of the alien vessel's hull. The maneuver was beyond reckless. It was very nearly impossible, yet Volkov executed it with preternatural precision. Contact in 3, 2, 1. Delir counted down. Disruptor at full power, Chen ordered. As the horizon skimmed along the massive alien ship, the phase disruptor discharged directly into the enemy vessel's hull. Through the viewports, the crew could see energy arcing across the alien ship's surface, crawling like lightning across its entire structure. Then something unexpected happened. The command ship didn't just lose coordination with the fleet. It began to break apart from within, massive sections tearing away, as if rejecting each other. What's happening? Chen demanded. Okoro studied her readings with wide eyes. The disruptor isn't just affecting their communications, it's destabilizing the quantum fields holding their ship together. Their technology isn't just based on quantum entanglement, it's entirely dependent on it. All around them, the alien fleet fell into disarray. Ships collided with each other or fired weapons randomly. Some began to break apart just like the command vessel, while others drifted powerlessly. Field collapsing, Rivera warned. Shields and weapons coming back online. Get us out of here, Chen ordered. Maximum speed. The horizon pulled away from the disintegrating command ship, dodging debris and confused alien vessels. Chen watched the spectacle with a mixture of awe and horror. They had won a victory, but at what cost? How many sentient beings had just died? As they cleared the fleet, Santos voiced the question on everyone's mind. Is it over? Okoro shook her head. Not all of them were affected. I'm detecting approximately 30% of the fleet still maintaining cohesion. They're regrouping. On the tactical display, hundreds of alien ships were indeed reforming their tight formation, adapting to the loss of their command center. The collective was damaged, but not destroyed. They're coming around for another attack, Delir reported. Chen assessed their situation. The horizon had taken damage, the phase disruptor was depleted, and they couldn't pull off the same trick twice. Yet they had proven the collective wasn't invincible. Captain, Nash called from communications. I'm receiving a transmission from the alien fleet. Put it through, Chen ordered. The same mechanical voice they had heard before filled the bridge, but now it sounded different, strained, almost confused. Human vessel, you have disrupted the consensus. This was unanticipated. We request cessation of hostilities for dialogue. Silence fell over the bridge as the crew exchanged glances of disbelief. They want to talk, Santos asked incredulously. They're adapting again, Okoro said, but differently this time. We'd forced them to think as individuals rather than a collective. They've never encountered a species that could do that. Chen considered her options. This could be a trap, a way to get close enough to destroy the horizon. Or it could be genuine, a recognition that the collective had underestimated humanity. Open a channel, Chen decided. This is Captain Alina Chen of the Earth Ship Horizon. We accept your request for dialogue, but be warned. Any hostile action will be met with immediate response. There was a pause, longer than would be necessary for light-speed communication. Finally, the alien voice returned. "We are recalibrating our understanding of your species. Your technology should not have been capable of disrupting our consensus. Your ship should not have been able to defeat our Armada. You are anomalous." "That's humanity's defining characteristic," Chen replied. "We don't follow your expectations." Another pause. "We have studied thousands of species across the galaxy. All follow predictable patterns of development and behavior. You do not. This presents a problem. Or an opportunity," Chen suggested. "Not every difference is a threat." The discussion continued for hours as the damaged alien fleet maintained its distance. Through careful negotiation, Chen learned that the collective had indeed been observing humanity for decades, assessing them as they had assessed countless other civilizations. But unlike others, humans had developed in unpredictable ways, creating technologies that shouldn't have been possible at their development stage. "Your species lacks uniformity," the alien representative explained. "You compete against yourselves, waste resources on divergent paths, embrace disorder. Yet this chaos somehow produces innovation." "Diversity is our strength," Chen replied. "Different perspectives create new possibilities." As the dialogue progressed, reinforcements from Earth finally arrived. A battle group of 20 ships, impressive by human standards, but still vastly outnumbered by the alien fleet. Yet the collective made no move to attack. Admiral Takahashi's voice came through on a secure channel. "Captain Chen, our sensors show the alien fleet has been severely damaged. What the hell happened out here?" "We found their weakness, Admiral," Chen replied. "And now they're reassessing whether we're worth the trouble." 3 days later, aboard the Horizon, Captain Chen stood face to face with the first alien representative to ever set foot on a human vessel. The being was vaguely humanoid but clearly artificial, a construct created to interface with humans rather than a true member of the collected species. "Our consensus has reached a decision," the representative stated. "Your species will not be contained or eliminated." "I'm glad to hear it," Chen replied dryly. "Instead, we propose an exchange of knowledge. Your chaotic development has produced technologies we did not anticipate. Our ordered approach has perfected technologies you have not yet discovered." Chen raised an eyebrow. "Are you suggesting an alliance?" "Not precisely. An experiment. We have never encountered a species that thinks as you do. Perhaps there is value in difference." As negotiations continued between Earth and the collective in the months that followed, the galaxy watched in amazement. The feared collective, which had absorbed or eliminated hundreds of civilizations, had been stopped by a single human ship, not through superior firepower, but through humanity's unique capacity for unpredictable innovation. The Horizon became a symbol throughout the galaxy, proof that even the most overwhelming force could be countered by the right idea at the right moment. Captain Alina Chen and her crew were celebrated not just on Earth, but on countless worlds that had lived in fear of the collective. 1 year after the battle, Chen stood again on the observation deck of the Horizon, now upgraded with technologies born from the exchange with the collective. Beside her stood her old friend, Admiral Takahashi. "They're calling it the Chen Doctrine now," Takahashi said. "The theory that human unpredictability is our greatest defensive and diplomatic asset." Chen smiled slightly. "I prefer to think of it as the Horizon Principle. Sometimes one ship can change everything." As they looked out at the stars, both knew the galaxy would never be the same. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage not as conquerors or the conquered, but as innovators, chaotic, unpredictable, and utterly unique. And that, perhaps, was the greatest victory of all.